now.
Well, it could be a possibility.
Yep.
I mean, getting that full duration dragon onto in front of someone.
Gosh. Let's do
Because
it.
sometimes the dragon will be used on the outskirts of the fight.
For the engage.
For the engage.
For the long jump.
For the long
right?
jump. That you don't really, get it to work for you for the longest time. For
you
the
can't
fight.
use it for damage.
There are some seconds there that is going to be wasted
For
but
flying.
You know what? While channeling it, diversion could be there.
I really want to see that. I really want to see this happen. Rafaela, very staple pick for Oh My Venus.
Oh, so this is, I think that Rafaela will give BREN Esports a hard time.
Yep.
Seeing that most of them are melee.
A lot of them need to come up close. Even their mage, this Esmeralda, it needs to be so up close and personal before you can do any damage. I really think that this is going to be one for the... This is going to be a coin toss for me. And this Rafaela is only going to make it harder for BREN to secure that early game.
This is going to be very interesting as Oh My Venus and Wise get their signature heroes. Now, these two, it only takes a poke from Yisun Shin and a first skill from Rafaela to just clear out the waves. So, we've seen this time and again, and how will Kartzy, Few, and Lusty deal with this? Because they would be aiming to zone out people with the Loyi and the Khalid matchup for the early stages of the game. Because the thing is, these two can just go in your face and just deal so much damage to you at level 1.
Yeah, and at level 1, and these are the fights that you have to get if you want to get ahead in the matchup. And we are here for the first game in the best of 5 between BREN Esports and ONIC PH. Starting to go up into the mid, and I'm really expecting a lot of early game aggression.
I am
coming
too.
from BREN Esports with this lineup of a Loyi. Again, comboed with a Khalid. This is a Khalid in the mid, not an offlane one. And this is definitely a lot stronger in the early, except when you get thrown with an ejector and his jaw head. Here we go.
Now, if you would look at it, Dilar and the others, they are going to the middle lane and they are not letting Kartzy have a good time. And look at this Few and Oh My Venus having a physical attack battle there. Wow, BREN Esports ONIC PH starting it very aggressive.
Yep, very, very aggressive. And that's the start you want. That's the start you want to see. This is going to be possibly a high impact battle. And it's going to be so fierce in the early game. That's something that I'm already expecting. So here we go. These are the matchups on the lanes, as you can see. And you can really tell that this is going to be a heck of a battle here. Right off the bat, around the buffs. This is Jay, who is trying to reset that orange buff. But you know what Lusty says? No, you can't. Oh, wait. Can he? I think he can.
Oh
no, he wants to go for the kill! Whoa!
And Iyaknu is there. The buff will reset, and there's the punish.
There's the punish. Oh my god. Right there, right now. Lusty to be in for a treat here. This is difficult. The early game, Khalid, you don't have that strong of a skill yet. He will get taken out by the burn. And Iyaknu, ONIC PH, they're getting the lead here.
And Oh My Venus here getting pulled back, but they cannot go for the aggressive here. ONIC PH, they're looking really strong right now.
They are. You know what makes you strong? It's a skin for Terizla. If you log in from October 27 and November 13, you'll get a chance to get the Terizla special skin. Hammer Giant. Go to the Trickster's Village event. You'll get yourself a chance to go for those spins 7 each day, possibly for completing the task.
And Jay here really wants Lusty, his former teammate.
Lusty! He pushed back.
He wants his former teammate, and he takes him back to their clutches.
So much control from the Khalid, for the Khalid. That's what's the good thing about having this Barats. Look at that. Getting that unlimited sets is disrupting the positioning of BREN Esports and giving them such a hard time.
And Few here is caught in a very bad spot. BREN Esports will get the first kill, and Few will go down.
Few's going down there for Jay as well. again, this Jawhead pick is just working out very, very well for ONIC PH. The early game, the ejector plays. I mean, with heroes that need to be held in position, like this Khalid, it's a godsend to have a Jawhead in your lineup.
Okay, so there's another throw.
Well,
And Jay is throwing the enemies like pancakes, hotcakes.
dispositioned by
Disposition,
a
yeah.
Barats and a Jawhead. Oh my gosh, people are flying everywhere.
How do you fight this? And Cardzy, he's gonna go down.
Jay.
He actually stays alive.
Wow, the moves from Carlteasy gonna be able to dodge on out of there, but Wise is getting a huge amount of damage from Flapteasy and Carlteasy. He's thinking, I want to help Wise, Flapteasy rather, but then again, he's in a bad position already. There's no way you can save him.
And he still got
It's a
the
1 for
kill.
1.
It's a 1-for-1,
Oh,
It's
boy.
a 1-for-1.
That is really saying something here. These teams rather, going blow for blow in this matchup.
Diversion,
Oh,
it's
man.
there. Few is here.
Go another big one. Jay wants to see if he can just scare off BREN Esports. Maybe a little bit of a mental battle going on.
Remember, ONIC PH, BREN Esports, ONIC PH doesn't have a score against. Didn't get a win on a series against BREN Esports. They were on the same group. That means they will meet twice. But this time around, Jay gets caught out.
Yep, Jay gonna get caught out there. Tempest of Blades not gonna be hitting. Carlteasy making use of that just for safety as well. He's not sure where the rest of the ONIC PH members are resting. Jay and Oh My Venus were actually hiding in that bush for a long time.
And Flap here getting consumed by Dilar only to be spat back out.
That's not really how to use it, but you know, use it on cooldown. Just provide some damage and you're already doing your job as a Barret.
I mean, if he was in position for the
Possible big one. Dilar into 2v1. Flapteasy might have caught him by surprise. Tempest of Blaze slows him down a little bit, but will be finished off in the end by Few. And on the bottom, it's a free man push as well for ONIC PH. They're not going to give it away that easily. It's a tower for a tower. And we are still a little bit on the tie. 1k ahead for ONIC PH though at 5.5 minutes.
And you really have to look at in a way in which BREN Esports wants to play this. They've been 100% distracted by the movements of ONIC PH right now.
The ONIC PH members trying to see if they can spot out that turtle. It's very, very low. If they give to Carlteasy, it will be very bad for them. Oh, Wise gets in! He gets the steal and will be deleted right away, but denying it will be big. That's going to be fused. Spat out once more by Dilar. And by raw, pure damage, ONIC PH are pushing BREN Esports back.
They don't have their ultimates anymore. They are forced to run back. And that only means Cardzy and the others, they won't have control over the jungle this time around. ONIC PH, they just lose Wise.
They lose Wise. They deny the turtle buff, though. That might be a consolation prize. But ONIC PH are still ahead by 2,000. That's saying something. Against a team like BREN Esports, you don't do it that easily. It's gonna be Yaknu on the Cyclone for the jump into the Chasm Blade, but not gonna be able to get away. That is a Ling. You cannot do that.
Yeah, and Wise, Oh My Venus here, staying within their own buff. And this is your Gillette instant replay. Hashtag shave the day. ONIC PH got the turtle, but the thing is, that won't save you from the 3-man setup. That BREN set up here for Wise. But you know what? Dilar could have spatted back out to the allies, but it didn't really hit them.
Yeah, it went to the wall instead.
Yeah, it went to the wall instead, and that was, let's say, a few pixels to the left.
Almost.
Almost.
But it did the trick. It took out the target, and somehow it's going to be a very, very big ONIC PH map control lead. They are still waiting on the sides, and big possibility here for a big engage. BREN Esports, they are waiting. They have 4 members spotted out by the Mountain Shocker, and Jay threatening them with Ejector.
Are you seeing Cardzy right now? Jay was on Ejector. What he did, he went close to Jay. And you wouldn't do that if you're a Ling.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like, okay, go ahead. We know that you're not complete here. We can see them on the map. That's what's happening here. The vision game is real. Another turtle fight. Here we go. Got Lusty waiting. That is a big untouchable force. Unstoppable force.
And
Weiss
no.
secures the turtle again. I can't believe it. Iacnu's on the back foot. He's here to clean up. Fuse force the flicker out as well. And everyone is just running for the hills here. BREN Esports, they are having a hard time with this game.
And Kartzy can't get freedom into this game. Flap! Hit! Will it hit?
Oh!
Yes, it will! Yes, it will, ladies and gentlemen. ONIC putting out a clinic right now in the Celestial Palace.
Whew. That was unbelievable to make that hit just like that against a player like Flap. And it's going to be a very, very bad position here for Dealar. Will get taken out by the BREN Esports duo, but the rest of ONIC are here to respond if they need to. No one's going to be fighting off for the meantime.
And right now, BREN Esports, they are on the back end of everything that's happening. They are getting the shorter end of the stick here. ONIC PH, they're doing great. They're playing within their limits. They are getting the scaling that they want, the late game that they want, the patient game that they want.
Yep, this is it. This is what they're trying to go for, and that is also why they pick up this Jawhead. It's doing so much to keep BREN Esports in check in this matchup in the early game.
And turrets, let's check it out right now. 3 turrets onto the side of ONIC PH. 2 turrets for the side of
the
BREN
ejector
Esports.
again!
And he has the Raging Sandstorm.
Yep, forcing Lusty to use the Raging Sandstorm right there. Not really the way you want to use that ultimate. And again, these are because of the plays that Jays are making.
Okay, Rebo here. Oh,
okay.
That doesn't go to him.
Thank you for the assist, says Iacnu. Ooh, I don't mind if I do. And that's going to be it. Jay with another ejector. Going to be purified right off by...
Well timed.
By Rebo. Man, the
Yeah,
doctor.
well timed. Well timed.
The doctor's reflexes are pretty much intact.
Yeah, and this guy has been playing ever since Season 1. And you don't see any lapse or any, you know what? Any slowdown from this guy.
Absolutely. He's been a pro for a long time now, for a few years. And he is not stopping right now. Here we go. Jay dives in for the back. And here comes the Flying Dragon. Yu Zhang with the backline attack into that Yu. Oh my gosh, Flap DZ, what a monster! Goes on the back foot and takes down Wise. The rest of the ONIC Esports are suffering one by one here. Oh my Venus, gonna be free fodder for Carl Easy. Teleport is here, but Few just way too late.
And that happened to View twice already. Rockhart. First time was near the Little Wanderer. Second time was there near the red buff, orange buff, if you will.
Yeah, that's a free for one
That's
for ONIC PH.
That is not bad for the side of BREN Esports, and these teams, they are looking to show us that, hey, we know how to take our fights. Don't get us wrong.
Nice spit off there. Rebo out of position, but will not be stunned. He can use that falling star move to get out of the way, but fights are happening all over the map. Tempest of Blades will be going off and forcing Iacnu to use that flicker. And Jay, looking to see if he can protect. He catches Lusty again.
You know what?
Whoa!
You know what? He could have taken down. He could have taken Kartzy could have taken down Iacnu if he had the orange buff. If he had damage over time. But to no avail.
What a long tongue! And that will be able to take out.
Here comes the dragon! Here comes the dragon! Enter the dragon, ladies and gentlemen. But that is enough for the hype as they will disengage.
It's a 1-for-1, but man, that was one of the longest Detona's welcome I've ever seen in my life.
Have you seen a tongue that long, though?
I have never seen a tongue that long.
Alright, good to know.
That is just disgustingly OP. What a beautiful ultimate usage from Dealar there. And again, we still have a lot of plays being used, being done by ONIC PH on this barracks. And
he's just using it at will, though. Just letting it happen. I mean, looking at ONIC PH right now, they're getting what they want. But still, BREN Esports, they're not gonna back down from a fight. As you can see, Kartzy finding the right position to get to Wise.
they're ahead in gold. They're ahead by gold by a little bit, but that's saying something. Considering it's been ONIC who has been proactively seeking out the fights ever since minute 5. And now, we're going to see some items here.
Okay, so now, Sea Halberd is there, Berserker's Fury is there, Endless Battle. I think Karlzy is probably gonna go for a Demon Hunter Sword next. These are things that you really have to consider when you're facing off against a very tanky lineup as ONIC PH. And that
there
is
you
going
go.
to be Yaknu going down.
All out of nowhere, Carl TZ able to make an assassination happen on the top lane. He's going to be able to get on out of there.
And this is really just BREN Esports having control over this phase of the game.
Very fast, high-octane game for
Yeah.
BREN Esports and ONIC PH. Absolutely beautiful to watch. And now we'll see if ONIC will try to go for it. Jay spots them out. He knows this is happening. He knows he can do something, and he pushes Lusty back. Another Raging Sandstorm used defensively. That's just what you want to do. You want to deny all of these big-time ultimates from BREN Esports so that they don't have an option to engage later on.
The moment they saw that the turret was getting taken down by those cannons on the bottom lane, what they did was they played around a bit and they were actually letting ONIC PH just be aware of their surroundings and to just stay in place, because they know that if they prolong that turret will go down to the bottom lane and they will have a much better control of the enemy's jungle.
Yeah, that would have been so much better if they could do that. But of course, this map is just split. There's no one who's controlling the map altogether except maybe ONIC can kind of extend because of Dilar, because of the Barats.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's still a pretty even fight.
But if ever someone goes down here from the side of ONIC PH, like that would be detrimental to their map control. Considering that BREN Esports right now, they got all the side lane turrets here from the side of ONIC PH. They only need to get one more onto the middle lane. They just need to get that tier 1 middle lane down and they will have map control. Well, for the side of ONIC PH, they should be aiming on how to get the side lane shoved to the side of BREN Esports.
Yep, the side lanes are basically a big deal when you go for lords like this. Right now, they want to go for the engage. They throw back Lusty. Lusty is going and spinning and making sure that he's not going to go down without a fight, and he's able to sustain. Also has the immortality in case he needs it, but will not be proc. ONIC PH, they're being a lot more careful at 15 minutes in the game.
And they're much, I think BREN Esports is much happier with this current setup right now that they're having. 4 people are going in front of each other, then they are dancing around waiting for the right time, for the right opportunity to do things. But for Karlzy, what he does, he just finch poises to the top, finch poises to the bot. Diversion is there as well. If they need to defend, they can defend the
big
silence.
engage! Right there! Big
Wise.
teleport into the back foot. They're looking for Wise! He's the target! He's the lone attack that BREN is going for, and they get there what they want. Oh my Venus is next. Immortality will be popped, but that's not gonna matter. He's gonna go down instead. EXECRATION had to walk all the way from the top. And he's way too late to the party, but he's still gonna try to go for a Q. He will take him out with the help of Dilar. And the rest of BREN Esports, they're collapsing very, very hard on the ONIC PH members remaining here. EXECRATION is trying to sustain, but he cannot do it against Carl TZ.
And while that's happening, a turret went down onto the side of BREN Esports on the top lane. 2 turrets down, 2 outer turrets down on the side of BREN Esports. ONIC PH, they're running around, they're playing around, and the bottom lane is shoved to the side of ONIC PH onto the bottom lane. They have to defend that. That means one less person down that can play with this Lord contest that BREN Esports is doing right now. And ONIC PH, look at this, they actually get the kill on Flap.
They got the kill on Flap, and again, Yu is still down. It's a 3-man Lord. They want to go for it. They don't care. They're fighting. Boy is very low. No retribution available. For ONIC PH means that BREN will secure the Lord.
And that Barracks goes small. Jay here, Immortality has been popped. A bit of a recall there. And Jay
Yeah, they're
will,
just playing around.
Yeah, Jay
Look
will go
at this.
down. Jay,
Look at this.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Run
Waste
him
time
home.
here. Yeah, go ahead.
Run him home.
Of course.
Run him home. And they know that Jay knows that he's dead at that point.
That was like a solid 30 seconds that they didn't do anything. I don't know. But here comes the replay. Full targeting on Wise.
Yeah, and considering that Flap here is on the Yuzhong, we've said this time and again, if you're gonna play YSS, please do ban out the Yuzhong. Yuzhong is not a good matchup for YSS. Why? Because for YSS, you need to refresh Traceless. If you don't have that dodge, then that means there's the dragon form, the black dragon form, and there's the jumps that's gonna come out from Yuzhong. So you have to get through 2 gap closers, and you only have 1 dash.
Yeah, that was a short inhibitor, by the way, being secured with that Lord. Will be defended by Dilar, by Yaktu rather. And the rest of BREN, they're engaging on the top. Vibe is flying. He's doing everything. He's hitting everyone with Essence. And it's going to be Few very, very low. Jay is trying to sustain, but he can't. Cartesi's just way too strong. And now, they're going to be able to get away with 1 death. But they're able to defend.
BREN Esports, ladies and gentlemen, they are manhandling ONIC PH right now in terms of getting the gold, getting the map, and getting the objectives. But look at this, 17k for Cartesy, 13k for Wise. What's happening here?
This is not what's happening. This is not what usually happens. Man, Dilar is just having a hard time in finding targets now. It's scary to get a target because any target you get, except for Few, is just so scary to put in your teammates.
And as you can see,
what an engage under the tower. They don't care. Fighting under Tempest Blades, Flap easy. He is taking everything. And they are able to get a target. Iaknu's down. There's a lot less more AoE, a lot less more burn. And there you can go for a push, but the minions are missing. The wave clear for ONIC PH is still present just because of this Barrats as well.
And as you can see, diversion is there under the back lines. Few here will get caught out. He gets stunned, and he is the target here.
He's the target. There's no more Loyi on the foot. But because of that, ONIC PH will be able to hold back the onslaught of BREN Esports.
And ONIC Magic, they need to make it happen right now. They need to show it right now. ONIC Magic, where is it?
They've got some magic tricks up their sleeve. This is the time to show it up. And any smart use of the Barrats is going to be needed here. Like, they're always going for Few. That is the right thing to do. But the Cartesi magic, power is just something that you need to deal with instead.
For ONIC, you can see that they're really lacking the damage right now. I mean, they can take BREN Esports head on, but in terms of damage output, ONIC PH will just lose that battle all throughout.
Yeah, Wise is the target. Even Cartesi goes to the back line. Flicker out by Oh My Venus, and the fight is erupting all over the map. They go after Jay instead, and they will take him out. Lusty going to be in front as well. It's a very healthy ONIC squad. They're only 4, but they are very high HP, which means they can go for the chase if they want to. They're doing that right now.
And look at this, Dilar.
On the back line, Yaktu, he's absorbing all 3 BREN Esports members. Cartesi, he's looking for Wise, but Wise still has the immortality. I don't think he's gonna go down very easily. And there goes Few, he's back. That's how long this fight's been going on. Few's already back on the field. And able to disengage with minimal damage.
They can sustain. ONIC PH can sustain the damage of BREN Esports. But the thing is, they cannot take down the people here from the side of BREN. If you would look at their items, Dilar is relegated to attack. So that means in terms of damage output, they have 2 tanks in Jay and with Dilar. Now, where does the damage come from? It comes from Iaknu, it comes from Wise. Iaknu has tank items too.
There you go, another big one from Dilar, but he will get taken out before he can spit it out. There you go, it's a big defensive Raging Sandstorm, but that's all you need. They just need to stay alive. They just need to take down the... Cartesi, he wants to go for the finish.
He didn't have minions.
No minions, but he's going to be able to push on very, very close. That inhibitor turret should go down soon. He has the immortality, he's flying all the way out. And Yaknu makes it in time to keep the inhibitor alive.
Alright, now BREN Esports, eye on the prize. They go straight for that Lord, that Luminous Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, it will bump into the base. If they get this, it goes to the bottom lane. So that, with that in mind, BREN Esports should be placing themselves comfortably up top, mid, or probably walking with the Lord.
And the Lord will be taking out BREN Esports Again, ONIC's defense is just spectacular in this matchup. Despite being down by 7, actually make that 8,000 gold, they're doing what is necessary to stay alive in this game.
BREN ESPORTS, they run a Luyi. They haven't run this ever since the regular season.
Exactly.
What can't they do?
That's the question. That's the beauty of BREN ESPORTS as well. There's always something in the back of these guys' pockets.
But you know what, ONIC PH, they found themselves losing game number 1 of the regular season, and they just do fine. Let's see how will this pan out. And Few here on the back line. Why are you there?
Few's in a very weird position.
Are you gonna cut out the creep waves, the minion waves?
Yeah, he's trying to use that AoE, get rid of the minions, making a lot of pressure on each and every side of the map. But BREN ESPORTS, they're not going to use that Lord push. Apparently, they're just waiting for a good chance to hit someone.
Yeah.
They will.
And they put Jay there and Lusty getting tossed back.
That's going to be Immortality popped for Lusty under the tower. Raging Sandstorm will save him. Only for the meantime, Few is in a bad spot. Forced to use Winter Truncheon. And the flicker out instead by Yaknu. Oh, there's a chase. Rebo! He's not done with you yet.
And this is why Rebo is still with BREN ESPORTS for the longest time. ONIC here takes down Few. Few here is going to be the only casualty on the side of BREN ESPORTS, while Yaknu is the only casualty on the side of ONIC PH. But let's make that 2 as Rebo here gets caught out.
Carl TC again goes in with big Tempest of Blades. Not yet being used. He's saving it for the last moment. And there he is. He goes in with Wise as well. It's going to be up to Wise to defend this for ONIC PH. Oh my Venus trying to keep everyone alive. And they're just about enough. They're having just about enough of this damage output. They want to go for the fight. Wise is doing his very best to stay alive here with the help of Venus. But everyone is just piling on to him. And he will get taken out. And that will be the win. It's 1-0. BREN ESPORTS win over ONIC.
BREN ESPORTS there, just showing us why you do not pick a YSS versus a Yu Zhong. You did see the traceless, ladies and gentlemen. He got out once, but when